Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have this 2023 Toyota Sequoia, and we're going to do the side door chrome delete installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how it looks before doing the installation on the side panels, and this is how it looks after the installation. So we use the gloss black material, that way it matches the color of the vehicle and also gives it a different look. If you like the product, the link for the product will be in the description below. With that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So before starting with the installation, we need to make sure we prep the panel. So to prep the panel, all you need to do is apply water and baby shampoo on a spray bottle. Once you have your solution, spray the solution to a microfiber towel and just start removing any contaminants that the panel may have. And just make sure once you're finished cleaning the whole panel that the panel is completely dry. That way the moisture does not get on the adhesive side of the film, because if it does, then unfortunately the film will not stick even if you apply heat. So just make sure everything is completely dry. So when it comes to installing this front piece first, it is going to be a little tricky to get inside the panel here. So what you need to do is just make sure you give yourself enough material to cover the panel here. And then any material that we don't need, we would trim off that extra material, but just be careful when you're trimming because the side panel is just in the way. Another thing you can do to try to get inside would be opening the door, lowering the window, and working from the inside out. So basically like this, and you would have to tuck it in on inside. So I'll show you guys what I mean right now. Okay, so this is what I mean. So once you have your window open, you can start from this side. So what I recommend you doing is just placing the film on the panel since it is clean, just so it has somewhere to hold, and just squeeze the film inside and just make sure as you align the film, make sure everything's covered, and from there you would just go on installing the rest of the film. So we could leave it like this for now, and we could come back and align it. So lift the film carefully and just start aligning the film as you go with the installation. You could use the lower half as the guide in order to align the film. Just make sure everything's good and it's covered, and that should be good. And now you grab your squeegee, start tacking down the film, and then make sure you remove any air bubbles that are trapped behind the film. And then we would trim off the extra material that would be on top here, or if you have any here as well, you would trim it off. So when it comes to this piece, the panel on the chrome does go curved inside. So just make sure you give yourself a little bit more material, cover the inside. And once you know you have enough material to cover the inside panel, then you can trim off the excess material. So make an outline of where you're going to trim. Outline there, outline all across. And now you could grab your blade and start trimming off the excess material. So to make things easier, just come to this side and start trimming off the excess material. And then there is a small gap where you could insert the blade. Just be careful not to trim too hard. You might accidentally rip the gasket, so just take your time when doing this section. Make sure you remove any extra material that you have on the edge here. And now we would apply heat once we finish trimming off the extra material. And then once you're done applying heat, you can move on with the next step. Okay, so now we move on to the rear piece. So it's almost the same thing as we did with the front. The only difference is with this one, you don't have to try to tuck in the film like how we did on the other edge over there. With this one, it's more simple. Just align it. And like the other one, like how we did it with the front end, just align it to the lower end and just tack it down. And just make sure you're covering all of the chrome. Perfect. And now all we need to do is squeegee the whole panel, and then you would just do the same thing, trim off the extra material on the top of it. And don't forget to trim off the extra material on the edge. And now you would just grab your heat gun, apply heat, and you're basically done, and we can move on to the next panel. Okay, so now we move on to the last panel. So with this one, you can start from aligning it on the top end here. Just make sure you give yourself enough material to cover the chrome. So somewhere there. Place this just to help it tack down and it doesn't go anywhere else. And just follow the alignment of the panel and it should just fall into place like this. So as you can see, it covers the chrome. If you still need to adjust it and lift it, you can. So let's say for example, it's not aligned. You would just lift it carefully and realign it to the design of the chrome. So that'll be an example if you need to adjust it, but it should all just fall into place. Lift this section, lift it here just a little bit and just follow the design. And it should just all follow the chrome. So now we need to focus on this part. So with this one, just follow the design, tack it down, and now just follow the design of this cutout. So lift it carefully and align it to the panel, and then just follow the design of the chrome. And it should cover the whole section here. And now all we need to do now is grab our squeegee and start tacking down the film. So around the curve, squeegee going like at an angle like this to help tack down the film. Right here, we're just going to apply a little bit of heat just to help it tack down. And all you're doing is just squeegeeing and tacking down the rest of the film. So finish it off here, and just make sure you don't crease the film. And now all we need to do now is add heat to help tack down the rest of the film and seal it, and then we will just trim off any excess material. So first apply heat. Now we focus on trimming off the excess material. So trim it off on the edge here, and then the top section here. So find the outline. Okay, so you're done with the installation, and now we move on to the last step, which is post-heating the film. So the last thing to do once you finish installing the whole set on the side panel is post-heating the whole film. So to post-heat, just grab your heat gun and start applying heat all over the film. That way we help the adhesive activate faster, and also we're helping tacking down any film that's still lifting around the edges or anywhere else around the film. And then once you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. Okay, so that concludes the installation video for the side chrome delete installation for the 2023 Toyota Sequoia. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.